Compared to my other cameras, these were easier to install. Those are completely wireless. But with the PTZ, it does require you to run the wire. So you see it right there, that's another camera right there, and I have to run the wire up for that one too. And then I have cameras in the front, cameras everywhere around the house. Oh, by the way, because these cameras are so versatile, you can have one lens pointing that way, like the fixed lens right here. So if you install this, right, you can rotate this like this, and you can have the fixed lens pointing in one direction, and then you can have the other PTZ in the home position over here. So now you're covering both sides. You're covering this side and that side. So on a corner like this, you can pretty much get 180-degree coverage, whereas you might need 2 or 3 cameras in the past. This one camera can do it with that 122-degree field of view fixed lens that can be angled up and down, and then this 360-degree PTZ. Now here's a crazy thing. So on this side, it's always monitoring the fixed side, right? When there is activity, this PTZ will swing over and start capturing the footage and zooming in and doing that AI automatically. It's really, really awesome. So I have this security system all around my house. It's the best thing I've ever installed. I was so excited about it. I end up getting 8 of these myself, multiple versions of these cameras, right? So I recommend getting the S4 Max. The S4 Max is the one that has all 4 of these PTZ cameras. The reason why the PTZ cameras are so good is basically they are 2 cameras in one. You got your 4K 122-degree fixed lens, and you got your 2K PTZ that does wide and telephoto. Now compare it to if you were to get the Tourette camera right here. So this one is the Tourette camera. This one you just install up above, and it only zooms, it's fixed, right? You can rotate it. You can rotate this how you like, up or down or at an angle, but it's all mechanical. You fix it and that's it. It stays fixed. That's it. Let me open up this lens right here. So if you were gonna get this, I recommend might as well just get one of these, because then you have an extra 360-degree on top of your 122-degree 4K. So this is Tourette camera option. It's a little bit cheaper, but it doesn't have the same functionality. Or you can go with the bullet camera right here. So the bullet camera is also 122-degree field of view, and it has the lights on it, but again, it's only 4K and only one lens, right? 4K 122-degree field of view, or 4K 122-degree field of view on this one. However, if you get the S4, you're gonna get that 4K at the top. That's 122-degree field of view, and then at the bottom you get the 2K. That's a wide angle and a telephoto lens, and it's PTZ. It's crazy. It's really, really good, and that's the one I highly recommend, because it's just so awesome to have this system. I mean, these cameras are incredible. I love the ability for them to record 24/7. I love the ability for them to never run out of battery, because they're always hard power. Inside my home, I have all the Ethernet cables run at one location right here, and all these cables, what happens is they connect to the back of the NVR system. As you see right there, the back of the NVR system houses all the cable, and inside the NVR system, you have your hard drive, and it stores 24/7. Now, the one thing I will recommend is that if you do get the system, that you probably want to start out using it as is, because it comes really all ready to go. You have your Ethernet cable included, you have all your mounting hardware, you have your cameras, you got your mouse. They include a little mouse too, because when you connect to the NVR, you connect with a little mouse and you're able to control the interface. So what interface am I talking about? Well, you see how all my Ethernet cables are connected here? I have an HDMI cable right here that goes to a TV. And with that HDMI cable, I'm able to connect to this system. So what is this system? So let me see if I can show you what the system looks like. So let me zoom out of this view real quick right here, and then I can go back and let me see right here. So this is hang on one second. Yes. So you can see right here, you got all of this kind of interface, right? You can set up how you want your videos to set up You can have different cameras right here. You can do a live setup, which means you can move the cameras around, which one you want to view in the screen 1, which one you want to view in screen 2. You see, this is the internal camera that we have right now, and it's live too, so it's actively watching us. And if we click on it, you can see the live footage of this camera right here. Oops, right there. So click on it, and you should be able to see. Oh, hang on. Maybe it won't let us see right now. But anyway, that's the current live footage of this PTZ camera that we have right here. So then, let me show you. You can move these cameras around however you want so that you have what's called your live setup view. So your live setup view is, oh, look, I have packages. You see how this is so useful? I can see now I have packages in front of my house. So I can switch over to this view, and look, I see my packages on my front door. How cool is that, right? And then, that's the camera. That's the, what you're looking at is this part right here, but it's pointed down. It's pointed down so I can see my package. And then on the same camera, I have this lens at the top, and you can see the view from the top lens right there. So if I switch over, you should be able to see this one right here. Yep, right there, and that's the top lens. So that one's looking out on the street. So I basically have 2 cameras in one. You see, I have one camera that does point down, and that's PTZ. I mean, this is a full-blown security system. You see, you have everything here. You can move this camera around. You see, I can move this down here. I can move it over here, and that's my front door. See that one right there? That's my front door. And then if I wanted to, I can see my garage here. This is my garage. Boom. I got my view of the garage, and then I can rotate this any way I want. I can move it around, or I can go to this fixed view. So on my garage, I have the same camera. I have one fixed lens that's pointing out at this view, and then I have the 360 degree, this one that points in the inside, but I can also move this and rotate it around. You see how cool that is? That's the PTZ part of the camera. Super sharp, super clear. It's always recording. And by the way, you can even see my old camera right there. And my old camera is not it's not PoE, it's Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is a little bit slower when you're trying to access and seeing the app. Whereas with the PoE, everything is instantaneous. It's very, very fast. So you can see again, I can rotate this around, and you can kind of see how this camera is just perfectly capturing a 360 degree field of view, and I can even see my garage door right there. Crazy, right? So there we go. That is the PTZ part of this camera right here. And let me just come and zoom up here, and you see in the home situation, in the natural resting angle, I like to keep this camera pointing around that area, and then I have the fixed lens at the top pointing this area. So very, very useful. This camera is amazing. Now, if you wanted to, you can also choose to install the cheaper options, right? Like we said, in the link down below, you have options that come with the bullet camera. And the bullet camera essentially is the same as this top lens right here, but just the top lens. That's it. 122 degree field of view, and that's it. Or you can do the Tourette camera right here, and this one is also just like the bullet camera at the top. 122 degree field of view, 4K, that's it. I mean, it's nice because it's a little bit more affordable, but if you are going to invest in a really good security system, I recommend getting all S4 cameras in your home. And right now we have the exclusive discount during this live stream to get 15% off. I mean, this is a no-brainer. Like 15% off on any of this system is incredible. I got 3 setup because I wanted to have all these cameras, and I actually have 8 of the S4 cameras. Really, really, really love them. So again, you can see down in the carousel the prices. So the one that you see right here, this one is the most expensive one. That is my full security system. I can do a full screen right here, and I can see all the security footage like that. That's a real security system, right? That's a real security system. And if I want to, I can go out of this view. Let me see how I get back. Yeah, so I click right here, I can go back. And this is the full security system. So if you want to see some cross-tracking, for example, it might be in playback. Yeah, so in playback, if you select multiple cameras, for example, if I do left side here, and I do the right side, okay, so and then I get these cameras right here. So my left side of the street and my right side of the street, and then I take off this camera. So now I should be able to see the cross-tracking of the event. Let me see if I have somebody walking across right here, and you see how this one is tracking the people, and then you see how right here is completing the people moving through a scene, and then you see how this one right here, the people is walking up, you can see the front of them from here. So you have the full coverage, and then now they will go past that. And if I wanted to, I can add the movable view right here, and now I can add one more viewing angle. So this angle will track the back of them as they walk past my home. Isn't that crazy? So this one view here captures everything. Here's another example, okay? So here, look at another example as somebody walk across my home. So here's somebody walking. Is this a person? Let's see. There's some activity here. Oh, that's a car going by. You see right there? We have a car coming out. And as the car moves, the camera tracks it. And you can see the car from up here. You can see the car from over here. And you can see the car from this view. So you have like a cross-tracking of all the views. And in that case, there was two cars that crossed each other. Let me see if I get another view right here. And maybe we'll find some people. Some people is kind of interesting as they walk past, right? You see right here? You see the people right here? It zooms in automatically on their faces as they walk up. And there's a fixed angle lens right there. And then this is the other angle right there. So you can see them here. And then this angle, you can see them walking away. So really cool, right? So that's what I'm talking about. This is amazing. Having all that work its magic to one system in a complete home security. This is the best system that you can get. It has coverage everywhere. So what you want to do is you want to get the S4 setup because it allows you to have multiple channels on each camera, so you can set it up like this and you can see as they walk towards you, as they walk away. You have cross-tracking between the cameras. You got the AI technology on this lens capturing and moving around. It's so useful. So that is the S4 Max. You can go to the events and you can search for the event like we searched earlier for black shirts, and you'll find all the events with a black shirt, for example. Or you can go for the live view right here and just constantly watching all the cameras and monitoring them all at the same time. You can do a video cycle, so the video cycle will cycle between your two views, because if you have all 16 channels used, there's a lot of camera angles, so it's going to cycle between your views just like that. Really cool, right? So you have this amazing security system that covers your entire home. So cool. I really love this system. Oh, and that's me. We're live on this camera. If you notice right here, look, when it switches over, you can see that one. See, we're live with this camera right here. So yeah, really cool system, really cool. See how I have all of my cameras, they're showing around my house. I have all 8 cameras, including this. Oh no! I just dropped my PTZ. Oh, is it still working? I hope it still works. Okay, it's still good. Oh, I love these cameras. No, it's not busted. I love these cameras so much. I hope it's not broken. Yeah, this one right here is still working. See, it's still working. Please work. Oh, no, the color is wrong now. No. This one has a little bit of a blue tint now. Oh, I need to get this repaired. Oh, no. I think it's kind of messed up, right? Okay, hang on. Let's go back to the view right here. Let's stop the video cycling, and let's see. Yeah, I think the lens, it's bad now because I dropped it. You're not supposed to drop these things. So you can see right here, this is the camera. Let's see. Let's see how it is. Oh, hang on. Did I change the view? Okay, hang on. I gotta stop the video cycling. Right there. Stop the video cycling. Yeah, you see? Now this lens, this one down here, it's seeing some kind of distorted color. No! No! Yeah, it was a tad loud. Oh, man! Alright, well, do not drop your Eufy security cameras. They're not designed to be dropped. So, anyway, yeah, I love these cameras. They're really good. But yeah, this one now, it's a little bit on the purplish side. Wah, wah, wah. Too much energy. But anyway, these cameras are wired, so they're recording 24/7. So let me show you right here. And we can see, there we go. So we see a dog walking by. You see how it zooms in on that person. Let's add one more camera. Let's add this camera right here. So now you'll be able to see more of this event right there. See how it zooms in on the person right here? That's all automatic. That zooming and tracking is automatic. That is really cool. It has the best zooming and auto tracking I've ever seen on any camera. And it can zoom and track up to 164 feet. You see right there? It's zooming and tracking that person. Really, really, really good. I mean, that is just exceptionally good. And you see how far that person is? Let's see this view at the top. You see that's the fixed lens, and you see this is the tracking PTZ lens, and it's still tracking them even though they're moving far away. It's still tracking them. And you see I got the cross view, so it's crossed between the different cameras. And it's crazy because when somebody walks towards the camera, you'll see the action. You see how this camera goes back to its home position because I set it up to monitor over here. It's really cool. Really awesome. Amazing products. It's really cool. So let me see if I can find another example of the cross-tracking with the AI zooming. Again, somebody walking across the house, right? You see how it's cross-tracking? Look, he's walking fast, but it's cross-tracking him there. It's cross-tracking him there. You can see him walking away right there. You see him walking away right there. That's another person. Another person's coming up right there behind him. So after it captures him, it will capture her. You see, that's the other person behind him right there. Boom. And there's the other person right there. Boom. And you see how she's gonna walk. Eventually, you'll see her on this view right here. There. You see her right there. You see? That's your cross-tracking capability. So everything is linked together so you can see all the events happen in real time. It's pretty crazy. It's really, really cool. And then, of course, you can search by events. For example, if you want to search for a dog, let's see if we can find a dog. So if we search for a dog, we might be able to find a dog. Let me see. It'll search through all the footage and find out when there was a dog in the video. Let me see right here. Do we have a dog? Do we have a dog? Let me see. That's just my baby dog. That's just my baby dog. You see right here, we got a dog right there. There we go. See? We got a dog. We got a dog. We got a scooter and a dog. Ruff, ruff, ruff. See? It has the local searchability. So now I can track, I can see there's a dog. You see the panning, the zooming is all automatic. It's so smooth. I love it. I love it. It's so cool, right? So you can see how the panning is tracking the dog and the person as they're moving away. This is the PTZ part of the camera in addition to the fixed lens. And you see, look at it. Look how small they are. And that was when it zoomed in. You saw how it zoomed in to capture that? Amazing. Amazing, right? I love these cameras. They're so incredibly good. The real focus is these cameras. If you're gonna get the NVR system with the PoE cameras, just get 4 or 8 of these. I highly recommend these. I mean, it doesn't really make much sense to get the Tourette's version or the bullet cameras. You can get these. I mean, it's not a bad idea to use these as well, but to have to get the S4 is to have 2 cameras in one. And as you saw in that footage right here, I mean, that footage really shows everything. I mean, we can play that footage again. You can see as the dog approaches, right? This camera is using this lens right here to zoom in on the subject automatically. We're not telling it to zoom in. This is automatically. It zooms in and it pans and it tracks as they move across the camera. And then it continues to zoom in so you can see clearly the person and the dog until the very end when they are out of view and it says, oh, I can't zoom anymore, then it will retract the view. But look at that. Look how far they are. It can detect up to 164 feet away. AI technology in the NVR system with local storage is the world's first. No other system has this technology, right? So let me show you right here. So, and as you remember where we started from, we were just doing a tracking for dogs, right? So we were looking for dogs and it showed up the dogs. And let me see, we have other dogs. We can see like this one, there's a dog there, there's another dog here. Let's look at a different dog. How about this one? And also, if you notice, there's percentage right here. Let me see if I can make the view a little bit bigger so you can see. You see right here, there are percentage number. So that is telling us how accurate it is a dog, right? So it's going to do its best and detect dogs for us because we put dog in this local search. So here's an example of a dog. Let me see, right here. This is a dog too. So we can watch this video right here and you can see, boom. It's a dog. It's a dog. You see? It knows it's a dog. And as the person walks by, it tracks them like that. Pan, tilt, and zoom. It's incredible. It's so good. It's so good, right? So there we go. Hey, what are you doing? What? Hey. Keep moving. Keep moving. Move along. Move along. Move along. Anyway, you see the pan, tilt, and zoom. Really good, right? I mean, there's really no reason to just get the bullet camera, and there's really no reason just to get the Tourette camera. I recommend getting this. So the PTZ collaboration, that one allows this camera to automatically detect your 180-degree field of view, and then when this detects motion, this one will swing over and combine the wide angle and telephoto angle to track what this camera sees. That's really smart, right? Because you're gonna now get basically 2 video feeds of that activity, the fixed lens and the PTZ, and then this is gonna add the zooming and the tracking with it too. They did a really good job, right? So they wired 4 cameras, and I'm like, okay, well, while you're here, how much will it cost to wire additional camera? And it doesn't cost that much to wire additional camera. So the solution is, well, buy all 8 cameras, so when you hire someone to come to your home to install, they can install all of it together at one time. You get the crew to come over to your house, they'll run the PoE because you have to wire Ethernet cables for these cameras. These cameras require the Ethernet cables, and they will connect them all to your NVR system, and then you can start to monitor around your house. If you don't get them right away, you want to add them later. Every time you add another camera, either you do it yourself, and that's fine, or you hire someone. They have to install the camera, mount it, run the wire up to your attic, and run it to the NVR. That's going to cost money, right? So get 2 of these sets right here. This is going to be a security system you're going to use for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. It is using PoE system. It's using AI technology. There's firmware that gets upgraded when Eufy updates the firmware. You're going to be able to run these 24/7. There's no battery inside for it to go bad. You're recording 24/7. It is an investment, yes, and it does require professional installation to optimize the installation. But once you install it, you're gonna love your security system so much. Here's why I love it. I can leave my garage door open and I don't care, because when people walk by, they see this camera moving. They see this thing tracking. When this thing is moving and tracking, people are going to realize they don't want to mess around with your house. at night, when strangers walk by, it's going to track them. Now, I can be discreet about it. I can turn off the little red lights, or I can be very loud. I can keep the light on. I can even turn on the little spotlight right here, and then they will really be able to know that there is somebody. Oh, I can show you the app too. Not only can I see it on the console, but I can see it on the Eufy security app over here. That's the NVR, and I can swipe between the different cameras. Those are all my cameras right there. NVR, boom. Oh, there's someone at my door right now. There's literally someone at my door right now. You see that? There's someone at my door. And we can actually track them right now. Oh, they're gone, they're gone. Let's take a look at where they are. Hang on. Let's see. Let's look at the live view. Live view. Live view. Quick. Go to live view. Can we see the live view of them at the door? We missed. Oh, look. They're going away. They're leaving the house. See? They're driving off. They're driving off. See that zooming? See that zooming in action? Look at that zooming right there. There we go. There we go. The zooming action. And now you can see the package. You can see the package in the middle of my screen. You see the package right there? And that's my package in the middle right there. And he's driving off. You look right there. Right there. He's driving off. You can see him right there. You can see him in this camera right there. You can see him in that camera right there. And you can see him in that camera right there. Ah, in real time. You see? You see? All of the cameras are working together to see everything happen in real time. That's the power. Oh, look, a car's driving by. You see how it's tracking the car in all these views? That's awesome. I love this security. Look, my neighbor is walking out. You can see my neighbor right there. My neighbor. And you see the zooming? You see the automatic zooming action? That's automatic. It zooms in automatically. And you can see him going to his car. And then you can see from this lens right here, better view, right there. Boom. That's cross-tracking. You see right there. Close up of him in the car. Look at that right there. Close up. Right there. Really cool, right? And then this one goes back to his home position, and that one, this is going back to his home position too. So I have these set for home position, and they'll move around accordingly to optimize the tracking. That's pretty crazy. So you saw that. And then now, if you want to, we can go back and do a replay of that too. If we wanted to, we can go back to playback. So if we go back to the playback that just happened, we can see it right here. We can see him leave the package. We should be able to see it right now. It's loading, and that's him leaving. That's him leaving, right? So we can get him arriving. Let's see if we get him arriving right here. So let me see. There we go. So he's there at my house leaving a package. So we can see in the beginning, here, he's coming out of his car. He takes a picture of my house. No, that's my neighbor. Okay, so he's gonna leave a package. No, that's me. That's me. So he takes a picture of my house, and then he leaves the package right there. Boom. And then he goes. Oh, you know, there we go. Yep, he takes a picture of the package. He leaves the package, and you can see how clear that looks. And he takes a picture of my address again. Boom. And he leaves the house. That's so good, right? The zooming and everything, it's just so good. So these cameras are just so good, right? You have excellent coverage all around. They are just a game changer. Look right there, as the car drives off, you have the zooming and the rotation of the cameras. So good. It's so good. So good. Yeah, go back to the live view. And sometimes, you know, like this is real time. You see, as they walk by, you can see them. This is real time right now, real time. See cross action right there? That person's going to the car. You can see everything in real time. And that person's walking down right there. Boom. Really good coverage everywhere. You see right there, that's the person walking across the street. You can see them right there too, and you can see them in that tiny view right there because it's all zoomed in right there, and they're clearing the angle right there. And these persons are walking over here. They can probably hear me yelling from inside my home too. But anyway, that's the coverage around my house. It's pretty crazy.